is another small piece that was probably done by my mom or Aunt Betty, because their mother did a lot of this and she taught them to embroider. I think Aunt Betty knew how to tap, and I'm not sure Mom did. But Mom could embroider, Mom could crochet, and Mom could knit. And you can see how beautiful this is, because this must be 70 years old. But if you turn around the other side, this is how you know that it's been home done. Because you see that little knot right there? I'll just put my finger across it. That would have been the start of it, you know, because to do that knot in the middle of a flower, you usually, well, it doesn't look like what I would use, but this shows you that it wasn't machine made.
Do you have any of this work that you've done, Mom?
I have Christmas decorations that I did, I still have, that I embroidered and then stuffed and put together, and they're on the Christmas tree, so yes.
We'll have to get some of those.
Now, I don't know where this came from, and I'm just going to take a look at the back of this and see. Yes, you can see that this one's also been hand done. Now, I got this from Ursi's, but you see how bright this is?
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. And then when you turn it on the other side, you can see how they followed to make these little, you take your thread and you wind it around your needle, and then you stick it back down, and that makes the French knot. And so someone obviously, well, I would say that who knows whether they did the knot. No, I'd say that they did the purple first, and then they went back and put the knots in between. But it's a beautiful piece of work, and the colors are gorgeous.
They are. Now, I don't know the term tatting, and I will look it up so that I understand more about it. I'm just learning about crewel, C-R-E-W-E-L. Do you know that term?
Crewel is what I did, and the only thing that I can tell you about crewel is you're using a number of threads together. So this would be considered crewel, I think. As you can see, that this is more than just one thread. This has been maybe 2 or 3 or 4 even, because when you buy a string of embroidery, it comes, you know, you can take it apart and just use them individually. If you had to hem a skirt and you didn't have the right color, you could always take embroidery floss, take a piece off it and stitch with it. Right. But I think there might be 5 or 6 sort of strings in each layer. And so when you use it all together, or you just use 2 or 3, I think that's the difference. That's what crewel embroidery is called. It's just a thicker wave. But I who have no patience, have used thread and actually laid down a pattern using thread, and yet I have no patience with a lot of things, but I can work with a piece of thread for back and forth, making a pattern.